In the midst of ancient Babylon, among arid sands and lost empires, a paradise once floated in the sky. A legend whispered through time speaks not only of royal love, but of a divine garden crafted by the goddess Ishtar herself.
He was a prince, born of wisdom. She, a priestess, awakened by divine dreams. Together, they stood not for power, but to guard the memory of the soul.
In the golden sands of Mesopotamia rose a city not of war, but of wisdom, stars, and spirit. Babylon, the gate of the gods. Babylon, the cradle of civilization. Along the Euphrates River, it rose in golden bricks and dazzling glory. By the 6th century BC, under the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar II, the city had become the most majestic metropolis of the ancient world. Towering ziggurats, majestic gates like the Ishtar Gate, and a sophisticated irrigation system made Babylon an engineering marvel. It was during this golden age that the legendary Hanging Gardens were said to have been built.
Its towers reached for heaven, and its walls whispered divine geometry. Among its wonders stood not only architecture, but the memory of harmony between heaven and earth.
But how could a garden float in the air? Ancient historians like Strabo and Philo described a series of terraced platforms built on stone columns. Each level was planted with trees, shrubs, and vines, irrigated through a revolutionary water lifting system. This was centuries before Archimedes' screw. Babylonian engineers used chain pulley systems powered by hand or oxen to draw water from the Euphrates into elevated channels that fed every level of the garden. The result? A lush oasis blooming in the heart of a desert empire, a feat that still baffles modern architects.
You are not merely looking at a tower, but at terraces of the soul, constructed through the mathematics of the cosmos, each step ascending toward the echo of the divine. In the heart of the desert, they created a flowing river of heaven. It was not a miracle, but a shared architecture of human wisdom and unwavering faith.
Beyond physical splendor, the garden was deeply spiritual. Dedicated to Ishtar, the Mesopotamian goddess of love, war, fertility, and rebirth, it was a sacred sanctuary for inner transformation. Ishtar stepped through the gates of the underworld, seeking to save her beloved from the depths of despair. At each gate, she was asked to surrender a sacred symbol of her power, a trial of ego and attachment.
She laid down her scepter, her crown, her jeweled chains. In the darkness, only her naked truth remained. With each release, she was not diminished, but made ready for rebirth. True divinity is not about eternal control, but the choice to love and shine even after breaking apart. Her 8-pointed star adorned the walls. Lions and roses lined the paths. Ishtar's presence was felt in every petal, every breeze.
From that moment on, she became the goddess who guards lovers and souls, watching over all who dare to journey within. Legend says Ishtar placed sacred crystals beneath the foundation. Pink tourmaline radiated compassion, while turquoise pulsed with protective energy.
When the energies of heaven and earth fall out of balance, only the crystals know how to guide truth back into the soul.
Each morning, the priestess steps barefoot onto the dew-kissed terrace, whispering her prayers into the crystal, sending her intentions into the depths of the cosmos.
Every crystal is a memory of the divine. When you connect with it from the heart, it begins to speak. This ritual is not to summon the gods, but to awaken the forgotten divinity within ourselves.
The garden became a living temple, a place where thought, nature, and spirit danced in unity.
Dance is not a performance. It is a dialogue with the frequencies of the universe. Ritual is not worship, it is the return of the soul's forgotten memory.
Millennia have passed, and Babylon's towers have sunk into the sands. Yet the memory of the garden was never lost. It transformed into another form, the inner garden that lives within you and me.
Though the physical garden may be lost, its essence remains. In the language of crystals and sacred rituals, we can awaken the Ishtar within us.
In a world flooded with information, we run, chase, and burn with urgency, but often forget where our roots truly lie. Your inner garden may be buried in dust, or perhaps simply waiting for you to gently open that door.
If you are willing to be still, to breathe, to light a candle, to place your crystals with intention, then the doorway to the divine will open once more. You do not need to build a tower, nor summon an army. You only need the will to return to your own heart. The miracle of the Hanging Gardens is not merely a relic of history, it is an invitation. An invitation to become the architect of your own being, to plant a new universe with faith, love, and inner stillness. Pink tourmaline opens the heart. Turquoise aligns your voice. In meditative stillness, you can feel the echo of Ishtar's garden within your soul. Whisper the incantation.
Ishtar, awaken my sacred heart. Let love bloom in the garden within.
The Hanging Gardens were more than a wonder. They were a bridge between earth and divine.
Bring Ishtar's crystal blessings into your life. Subscribe to Arcane Soteria. Let the myth bloom within you. Thank you for joining us on this magical journey through myths. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give us a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more wonders in the future.